Welcome to Ratiofy.Lu. For years, the crypto market operated without a universal playbook. A firm could launch an exchange without proving their staff understood the complex risks. But a new set of European rules called MiCA is changing that. Think about going to a pharmacy. Every time a customer walks through the digital door with a question, they must be routed to an employee who has been officially verified as competent. You no longer have to guess if the person on the other side of the screen is an expert. The law now requires verifiable proof of an employee's background and education before they are permitted to speak with you about your assets. To make this work, the rules require these crypto companies to organize their client-facing teams into two distinct paths. It all depends on the exact level of service you need from them. Let's focus on this left branch first, called giving information. This is like reading the label on an over-the-counter medicine box. The staff member can explain exactly how a specific crypto asset works, but they aren't tailoring that information to your personal financial situation. Even for this general information, the baseline is strict. Staff must prove they understand the underlying blockchain systems, known as distributed ledger technology. They also have to pass checks on anti-money laundering laws and know how to spot market abuse. On top of that book knowledge, as shown by this pink progress bar, they must have at least 6 months of practical, supervised experience working in the industry before they can give you that information on their own. But there is a hard stop here. An employee in this lane is legally forbidden from looking at your personal finances and telling you which coin you should buy. Giving general information now requires a clear, verifiable baseline of technical education, ensuring that even casual questions are met with accurate, reliable answers. Now let's look at the other side of the chart, giving advice. Recommending a specific investment strategy is like writing a tailored medical prescription. It carries much higher risk, and so the requirements for the staff member are much higher. To operate in this lane, an advisor needs serious educational credentials. They must hold a relevant 3-year university degree, or they have to complete over 160 hours of highly specific professional training just to get in the door. And the education alone isn't enough. As this pink bar shows, they must also log at least 1 full year of closely supervised experience providing crypto services. They are also tested practically. They have to sit down and demonstrate that they can accurately assess a client's individual financial goals and clearly explain the specific risks of different digital assets to them. Once these prerequisites are met, the advisor is legally cleared to help you plan your investment strategy and offer personalized recommendations. Because bad financial advice can seriously impact your life, the law now demands strict, layered proof of competence before anyone is allowed to guide your portfolio. This brings up a massive logistical puzzle. What happens to the thousands of people who have already been working at these crypto exchanges for years? How do companies suddenly certify their existing staff? To bridge this gap, the guidelines include transition rules for staff who are already in the field. Looking at this timeline leading up to the enforcement date in July 2026, we can see how current experts are handled. If a staff member has successfully been providing these exact crypto services on a full-time basis for at least 12 months prior to that July deadline, their existing experience is recognized. Their on-the-job track record serves as their proof of competence. However, recognizing current experience isn't a permanent pass. To stay in their roles, every single employee must engage in ongoing professional development. Looking past the deadline, we see this repeating cycle. Companies must calculate and assign specific training hours every single year. The more complex the crypto assets a staff member handles, the more hours of updated training they have to complete. The crypto market moves incredibly fast. This mandatory loop ensures that the person advising you actually understands tomorrow's emerging technologies and next week's regulatory shifts, not just yesterday's news. By enforcing strict entry requirements and demanding constant education, MiCA creates a much safer environment. The integrity of the market is maintained, and your trust as a consumer is actively earned and protected. When navigating digital assets, you deserve verified expertise. Make sure the professionals guiding your wealth are regulated, certified, and up to the task.